Hello YouTube, my name is Nero TV, so we're Call of Duty World War II. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. The brand new Blitzkrieg event is now live here in Call of Duty World War II, and in this video, I'm going to be covering all the changes that were made as a result of today's update. Before we get too far into the video, I would like to apologize for this one going up so late at night. I had no idea that so many Black Ops 4 leaks and rumors would be dropping on us today, so of course I wanted to do the Black Ops 4 video earlier, and that made this video get pushed back till now, and I have even more Black Ops 4 videos coming out tomorrow. There's a lot happening in the Call of Duty franchise right now, but for this video, let's focus on one game and cover the massive update that was just added to Call of Duty World War II. So to start things off here, we have 6 brand new weapons that are now available in supply drops and at the Quartermaster. For some silly reason, they decided to break these weapons into 2 different categories. Here we have the Itra Burst Assault Rifle, the Sterling Submachine Gun, and the Baseball Bat listed under Blitzkrieg, but over here in Operation Overlord, in the very middle for some reason, we have the Type 5 Assault Rifle, the Type 38 Arasaka Sniper Rifle, and the M2 Carbine Fully Automatic Rifle. On your screen right now, I'm going to put the various costs of each one of the brand new weapons if you would like to buy them with your arm rate credits, and if you're wondering how much is it going to cost you to buy every single new weapon outright from the Quartermaster, well, the answer is probably going to shock you, because it's going to cost you a whopping 121,725 arm rate credits. Goodness gracious. That is absurd. That is absolutely freaking absurd. You would think that with them adding 6 new weapons to the game at one time for an event that's only going to be around for 3 weeks, that maybe they would make it so the weapons are somewhat cheap, but oh no, they are doing the exact opposite. And with weapons costing as much as they do, and arm rate credits being as scarce as they are after the supply drop revamp, I'm sure you're wondering what weapons should you go for. Unfortunately, I am not the guy to ask, because going into this event, I had 24,000 arm rate credits saved up and over 60 supply drops, but because of how much supply drop filler they've added over the course of the past couple of months, I was not able to get all of the new weapons. I did get lucky and pull an epic variant of the Itra Burst from a supply drop, and then I spent the rest of my credits to finish up the Sterling collection, but even after opening 60 supply drops, I only gained 8,000 arm rate credits, and I barely got any prerequisites for the other weapons, and that is absolutely absurd if you ask me. It just goes to show just how bad this supply drop system is, even after Sledgehammer revamped it to make it quote-unquote more consumer-friendly. They also did not bring back the daily DLC weapon orders that we were hoping for. They are keeping the weekly system, and this week's weapon is the GPMG, the really bad light machine gun that came out 5 months ago. To say I'm a bit salty about this entire situation would be a bit of an understatement, right? Because a weekly system is bad enough, but making it so it's the GPMG, like that's the gun we can get this entire week, I hate that system so much, and it frustrates me because Sledgehammer Games has made a very good game here. I think World War II is a fantastic game. It's only getting better with each update, but for some reason, with each update, as they add more content to the game, they're making supply drops worse and worse, and at this point, I would say the supply drop model here in Call of Duty World War II is just about as bad as Black Ops 3, and it's miles behind games like Infinite Warfare and Modern Warfare Remastered, which had much better supply drop models. I could probably rant about this for another 20 minutes or so, but you guys have heard this all before, so instead I'm just going to let you guys know that based on my experience so far, the Sterling Submachine Gun is a pretty awesome all-around SMG. It's very high damage but very low fire rate. I love this weapon. It's a lot of fun to use, but when it comes to the Itra Burst, this has to be one of the most puzzling weapons I've come across in my very long history with the Call of Duty franchise. It's a 4-round burst rifle with a very fast fire rate, which on paper sounds incredible, but in practice, this has to be one of the most inconsistent weapons I have ever used. Take this clip on Gustav Cannon for an example, right? Now I'm zooming it in and slowing it down for you guys. I'm not being pinpoint accurate here, but I'm hitting the majority of my shots, and you would think that with all these people right here, I would eventually kill one of them, but no, they all ended up eating individual bursts for me, which was super frustrating. This gun, I don't know, it's super inconsistent to me, and that's coming from somebody who really likes using burst weapons in the Call of Duty franchise. Like, historically, those are some of my favorite weapons. I love the old M16s and the Modern Warfare 2 FAMAS, the Black Ops G11, the Advanced Warfare ARX. Like, these are some of my favorite guns in the Call of Duty series, but man, me and this Itra burst rifle just do not click whatsoever. I'll keep practicing to see if my opinion changes, but for right now, I won't recommend it because I don't really like it all that much, but I've definitely enjoyed my time time using the Sterling submachine gun. Now, you guys may be wondering, Nero, what's going on with that new division that was rumored to be coming with this event? Well, we're all kind of wondering what's going on with that because as of right now, Sledgehammer did not add a new division with today's update. They gave us a trailer for this event, which did not feature hide nor hair of the new division, and they've also removed any trace of the division ever existing from the game entirely. So previously, we could go down to the gunsmith and make a paint job, which would use assets of the new division. Like, as you guys can see right here, this was the outline of the new division, but after today's update, you can no longer access any of those assets. Like, if you're somebody like me that made a paint job with those assets before they were removed, you can still see them, like they're still there on your paint job, but if you go into the paint shop itself, they are no longer there. You cannot obtain them anymore. So that's very interesting if you ask me. And on top of that, we found out earlier on Xbox, very briefly before they changed it, this was called the Grenadier Event, which for those who don't know, was also the name of the new division that was supposed to come to the game today, but they changed the name of the event. They did not add the division. So I have to wonder, what is Sledgehammer Games hiding from us right now? If I had to guess, the division was probably not ready to go. They probably thought to themselves, you know what, this isn't balanced or it's not ready yet. Let's wait a couple of weeks and then add it to the game later on. So we're going to have to wait and see how it plays out, I suppose. I will keep you guys up to date with more information as it becomes available. But right now, anyway, it's looking like they decided to rename the entire event and remove the Grenadier division from the game, which is definitely pretty interesting. Moving away from that for a moment, let's go ahead and discuss the fact that 9v9 Ground War and a new headquarters-themed multiplayer map have been added to the game today. So when it comes to Ground War, you guys have been seeing gameplay of that off and on here. It feels like they just went all in and threw every map that was not named Point to Hawk into the rotation, right? So maps like Gustav Cannon and Anthropoid and London Docks and St. Marie Dumont, like these are all very good maps in Ground War in my opinion. But maps like Flak Tower and Valkyrie and Ardennes Forest, these do not seem to be very good 9v9 Ground War maps so far based on my limited experience. Now, just like with the Intra Burst Rifle, I will reserve judgment until I play Ground War more and experience it with different guns and different setups and on different maps. But right now, based on my very limited experience, it seems very clustered the vast majority of the time, and that's coming from somebody who really enjoys playing Ground War. Like, I know the majority of you subscribed to me for Call of Duty World War II and maybe weren't following me before this game came out, but anyone that's been around here for any period of time, they can tell you guys, I'm a big Ground War player. Like, Ground War is my most played game mode. I love Ground War, but here in Call of Duty World War II, so far, I'm not sure how much I like it, but again, I'm excited to keep playing it and trying it out because I want to love it because I love the fast-paced 9v9 action. I'm also excited to keep playing in the headquarters because this is a really cool addition to the game if you ask me. So for those that don't know, there's a new headquarters 24/7 playlist that allows you to play 8-person free-for-all, 8-person gun game, and 8-person prop hunt in the headquarters. Now, obviously, the headquarters was not designed to be a fair and balanced multiplayer map, but that's okay because what it lacks in balance, it makes up for in fun, right? Because you're playing free-for-all, you're playing gun game, you're playing prop hunt in the headquarters. It's so crazy just to see how far Call of Duty has evolved over the years, you know? Because, like, when I picked up Call of Duty 4 way back in the day, I was blown away by how fun the game was, and now here I am, more than 10 years later, hiding in a corner, pretending to be a supply drop. It's really funny how life works out, but the Call of Duty series keeps evolving. They keep adding more things to the game, and honestly, Headquarters 24/7 is actually quite fun. Give that a chance if you guys haven't already, because it's definitely fun to run around in the headquarters and actually play multiplayer matches. But moving away from that for a moment, let's switch things up here and take a look at zombies, because we finally have orders and contracts available in the Nazi Zombies game mode. Just like in multiplayer, there will be new orders to obtain every single day. There are new weekly orders and even a bunch of zombies contracts you can pick up that do refresh daily, just like in the multiplayer. And if you haven't given zombies a try yet, or maybe you're not the biggest zombies fan, now might be a good time to get into zombies, because these orders and contracts reward you with armory credits and zombies supply drops, both of which could help you obtain the new weapons while playing multiplayer. And speaking of supply drops, circling back to that for a moment, they of course added an absurd amount of new supply drop content to the game today, including new reticles, new calling cards, new weapon charms, player emblems, character uniforms, and even camos, the best of which would be Ruby, which is heavily inspired from the Blood Diamond glitch here in Call of Duty World War II. But ladies and gentlemen, that is pretty much all I have for you guys here in this video. I feel as though I covered everything. Maybe I forgot something, but it's been a very long day trying to cover the Black Ops 4 news and research all that stuff, and of course play a bunch of Call of Duty World War II and put this video together. So hopefully I got everything, but if I missed something, leave it down there in the comments and let me know down there as well. What do you think of today's update? Was it a good update for you? Did you get the new weapons? And How are they? How are those new guns that I just don't have access to? Regardless of the fact that I have 40,000 kills in this game and I'm a Master Prestige and I had 60 supply drops saved going to this event and 20-something thousand armory credits, I am so salty about this, guys. Again, I could go on for 20 more minutes ranting about supply drops, and I have in the past, but for right now, I'm going to end off the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Leave your thoughts and feedback down there in the comment section below, and I hope you guys all have a wonderful day.